Hey guys, it's Brittany, and welcome to the Paranormal Dimension. So, today I'll be sharing with you a paranormal experience that this happened years ago. And now, this is something I haven't shared yet with anybody, not even on my podcast, but because I have heard sounds, since I've heard um, knocking, other sounds, even voices that will call out to my name. Sometimes it's a male or female voice. And not only have I seen what I have seen, and that's spirits. And of course, um, in my other video when I shared the dinosaur spirit, um, experience, yes, I have seen that. And I do believe that dinosaurs have souls. So I have seen two other ones, but those I won't share just yet. But I have seen spirits, of course, of um, human, people who were alive, and I've seen their spirits. And there are those who not only have seen them in spirit, but I've also dreamt about them where I was able to talk to them, communicate with them in my dreams. So if you want to hear those kinds of dreams, I think I will share that in my dream video if you want to hear that. But what I'll be sharing with you today is a, a celebrity that I've seen in spirit, and that is John Candy. And but I've seen him twice, two different times. But this one, I would say this one time that I did saw him, it was years ago, and it was where this was at the time where me and my family were living in California, and we were living at a two-story house. And no, it wasn't. So when I saw him two different times, it wasn't at the same house. It was at a different house. So this was at a different two-story house at the time. And so I remember I was actually in my room, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go downstairs and you know talk to mom. And so just when I got up, and just when I walked out of my room, I actually saw that my mom was walking up the stairs. But when she was walking up the stairs, that's when I saw John Candy walking up the stairs, actually walking behind my mom up the stairs. So as soon as I saw this, I didn't I wasn't startled, so I didn't jump or anything, because I wasn't scared, you know. But just when I saw him walking up the stairs behind my mom, as she was walking up the stairs, I remember I just looked down, and I was just like, like that, just really looking. I'm like, wait, like, I'm I'm seeing John Candy walking up the stairs behind my mom, because she was walking up the stairs too. And so I didn't tell my mom this right away, because at the time, when she would hear things like that, it would uh, freak her out. Like, what? Like, and of course, I understand that. And so, but the thing is, when I saw him walking up the stairs, and I'm not kidding though, that when he was walking up the stairs, he wasn't, because you know how some people, when they walk up the stairs, either they can walk up the stairs without having to look down, and they can walk looking ahead because they know, like, what step they're stepping on the stairs. And there are those who actually look down while walking up the stairs. I know I actually do, because I kind of feel like if I don't look down, and if I'm walking down the stairs, and if I somehow miss a step, either that somehow I might hurt myself, maybe my ankle, or might accidentally just hurt my leg in some way. So yeah, that's why I look down the stairs when I do walk down the stairs, is because I just want to see where I'm stepping and just, where I want to be careful. So as he was walking up the stairs behind my mom, yeah, he wasn't walking up the stairs like this, but he was looking down, so it's like, so just like pretty much looking down at the steps where he was stepping on the stairs. But not only that, but he was wearing the same clothes as he was wearing when he played Uncle Buck. Like, I think he was wearing that. It wasn't a coat. I think it was either I think a jacket, I think, or some kind of sweater. But yeah, he was wearing that along with the hat that he wore. So he was actually wearing yeah, the clothes that you see when he when he played Uncle Buck. So yeah, and so I remember, but the thing is, he didn't look up. He just kept looking down at the steps where he was stepping. And so at some point when my mom gets to the top of the stairs, at some point he just vanished. He just disappeared. And so I remember when I saw my mom walking this way, I remember I'm just like looking down the stairs. I'm like, where did he go? And yeah, I was just like, I just saw him walking up the stairs behind my mom. And I don't see him right here up the stairs now, and so I'm like, so I was just confused. I was just wondering, okay, where did he went? Did he just vanish as soon as she got up the stairs? And could have been that too. So I would say that was probably, I'm not sure if that was the first time that I saw him, or if it was, no way, it actually had to be the first time, because the second time I did saw him was actually when we lived at another story house. Yeah, it wasn't until when we lived at another two-story house, but that other time wasn't at the stairs though. This was in the kitchen, but that I'll share for another time. But yeah, so when this happened, I was talking to my mom. I don't know what we were talking about, but we were just having a little conversation. But then it wasn't until later that then I told her of who it was that I saw walking up the stairs behind her, and she even asked me like, really, you saw him walking behind me and walking up the stairs? And I said, yeah. And so yeah, she's just thought, like, wow, and yeah, she didn't know what to say. But yeah, and the thing is too, this is what I think. I think that the reason why that I saw him, I think is because, for one, I think he wanted me to see him walking up the stairs behind my mom. And I think it's also because maybe he already knows that I'm a fan, and that that I admire his work, and that I also just, even love the kind of person, that he was, which was just so easygoing and just so kind and sweet, and someone who had a big heart. And so I think I think since he had already known that for for so long, that I think it was just one of those things where he just somehow just wanted me to see him. And somehow, so when I did, like I said, I wasn't scared, but I was just like, you're walking up the stairs with my mom? Well, he was behind her, but seeing that, I just felt like that was more like a positive experience. And so, yeah, and to say after seeing him, somehow I don't know, I think in a way I felt better, and I think I was more like in a bit of a good mood. And I think that's something that he does, though. I feel like for those who are fans, and even who watches his movies and seeing his performances and knowing that the kind of person he was, and since it does, I believe it really shows that through the characters he plays. It's almost like once you see him somehow, it's like seeing, like I said, the kind of person he was and the kind of personality he had. And like I said, because he was just like not only funny, but he was so sweet. It's like when you see him, like when you see his performances, that you just somehow instantly feel better. You feel like you're just in this good mood and you feel happy. Like, it to me, I feel like he really seemed like the kind of person where you could really be around with and just feel like where you are in a good mood and you feel happy and you're just having a good time, having some laughs, having a good conversation, and where you just feel kind of this sort of happiness around, you know. And yeah, I do get that. And for those who know the feeling when you um, watch his performances, because that's the vibe he gets off, you know, of his energy, spiritually. Yeah, I really do feel that. And because that I know the feeling of that, I also gotta say that not only he's one of those actors that I admire, that I look up to, and and that I love watching his performances no matter what movie it is, but because of the kind of person he was, which was so funny and so sweet, and just like this big, um, teddy bear in a way, and because of that, I, you know, yeah, personally, he feels like an uncle to me. Um, he has, and pretty much for a long time. And yes, I also have dreamt about him. I've had these dreams about him where I would actually talk to him. So if you want to hear those kind of dreams, I will share those dreams. But this was the first time that I saw him. But it was a positive experience, and yeah, I like that. So maybe he was also there because maybe when my mom was walking up the stairs, maybe he was walking up the stairs, maybe not only to come up the stairs, but maybe just to make sure that she was okay, as she's walking up the stairs, so that way she won't trip or anything. And if it was that, then I think that's sweet. But yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. Yeah, so, and I just gotta say, I haven't shared any of these celebrity spirit um, experiences of these stories before, but you're hearing a little bit more about them. And when you do, keep an open mind, because of course, I do believe that when we do see spirits, no matter who it is, it could be anybody. It could be, in fact, a celebrity. It could be even someone who was very popular, no matter if they were like maybe a famous athlete, or maybe someone in sports, or maybe a famous poet, or an author, or music composer, or even a director, or could be someone, it could just be anyone, even if they're not well known, even if they're not famous, but they could be anybody. Like, it could be ones that you've heard of, that they haunt this house or place, and it could just be anyone at all. Anyone. And so, yeah, that's who I've seen. But yeah, I would say that was quite interesting. But like I said, again, it was a positive experience. And yeah, since then, I haven't seen him in spirit, but at times I do. And not all the time, but very rarely I will get dreams about him, or I'll talk to him, or we're just having a good conversation. But then again, that feels so real, and I don't think it's a dream. But then when I wake up, I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh man, and then I start to feel like, oh man, I miss him. But I think we all do. Yeah, I feel like no matter how long it's been since he passed, I feel like no matter what, that we will always miss those who have passed, no matter how long ago it may be. So, yeah. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. And I will say this though, like for a sneak peek, that there's also another celebrity I've seen in spirit. I would say it even twice, but two different times as well. And if you can guess who that is, it's who it's on my wall over there. But yes, I've seen him in spirit, and if you want to hear that, I will share that. But I don't know when that will be, but I will. I will share that when I feel like, maybe when I will share that. Not right away, but maybe a little later this year. So keep an eye out for that. So, I do hope you guys enjoyed this paranormal video, and so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and comment down below if you have seen anyone in spirit before. And of course, it doesn't have to be someone who was famous, celebrity, but even if so, comment down below if you have, or if not, but if you have seen like anyone in spirit, anyone at all, anyone that maybe just anyone at all, comment down below. So if you like this video, please give it a like, and for more movie content, reaction streams, and the paranormal, subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. That's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.